A lot of waiting crowds in Belfast, a lot of expectation on one man. Born into the most decorated Irish cycling family, twice Grand Tour stage winner and former Liège-Bastogne-Liège champion Dan Martin was always going to be one of the faces at the Giro d'Italia's Grande Partenza. And inCycle was invited to see how Martin and his Garmin-Sharp team prepared in the run-up to the Giro's first test, the team time trial on stage 1. While fans lapped up the glitzy atmosphere of the opening ceremony, little did they know of the real drama to come. Away from the team presentation, it's back to hard work on the road. A last chance to acclimatise to riding in the unpredictable Northern Irish weather. Home favourite Martin isn't the only Garmin rider going for glory, but surprise 2012 Giro winner Ryder Hagedal believes there is strength in co-leaders.
Dan's obviously accomplished in his own right, and he's a leader himself and respects the way he's able to ride and how he also helps guide the team, and together with him, I'm excited.
With experience on their side, Garmin are used to the nervous countdown. But with 14 Grand Tour starts as a pro to his name, Directeur Sportif Charlie Wegelius knows that some events are impossible to prepare for.
I think when you go into a long race like this, you have to have very clear ideas about what you want to do at the start. But having said that, there's so many things that happen over the race. Within the race, riders' health and the weather and so on, that there has to be a big deal of flexibility in what you do and thinking on the run and improvising things too. So you have to balance, making a plan and being able to improvise. If you were to lose a key rider through accident or illness or something, and at which stage you have to change the whole strategy of the team, and that isn't necessarily easy because you pick the riders before the race based on what your ideal scenario of the race is. So it's not an easy thing to pull off, but often, it's what you have to do.
After the last 1.5-hour training ride, the mechanics clean the bikes and store them away. By now, the riders' bodies have done all the preparation they can before they embark upon the 3-week challenge. So it's back to the team bus to take their minds off the looming race.
I think it's actually an amazing feeling of unified confidence when you're up on that stand together. You look at each other and you look the part, you feel the part, and you tend to act the part.
Yeah, who's the joker on the team?
Yeah, that would be the Irish guy, Dan Martin. He seems to be pretty laid back for his Giro, actually. I hope it's not a bad sign for the week, but yeah, no, he's really relaxed. I should take a note from him.
The day of the team time trial, stage 1 of the Giro d'Italia. Dan Martin's nation is waiting for a first glimpse of their man in action. Just an hour to go before they're sent off the ramp.
I'm very excited. The clock's ticking down and we're ready to go, and we can't wait to get going. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Once the riders get going, you just have to let them go, and you feel a bit powerless at times.
Heading to the start line, the news is already through that Orica Green Edge have recorded a flying time of 24 minutes and 42 seconds. No other team has yet come close. Garmin-Sharp's chance to get an Irishman in the Maglia Rosa on the Emerald Isle is now. Only a final shift of the saddle and spin of the pedals is left before countdown.
2, 1, go!
While BMC set the pace, for Garmin, disaster. A slip on a manhole cover sends Martin crashing down and takes 3 of his teammates with him. The news reaches the team bus. Martin is badly injured. The other Garmin fallers struggle on as the last place team, passed by BMC Racing, who take 3rd, with a Megafarmer Quickstep 2nd to Orica's triumphant win. Back at the Garmin bus, the team are left to assess the damage. Not just to their GC ambitions, where they lost almost 3.5 minutes, but to bikes and riders. The cost has been incredibly high. Both Dan Martin and Coldo Fernandez are out of the race, both with broken collarbones.
Well, it's obviously an extremely disappointing accident. Even more so because it was Dan who was racing at home and was one of our favourites for the race. We came with 2 leaders, we've got 1 now, and it's just up to us to fight all the way to the end from now.
They pack up for the next stage. The Giro must go on, and we'll bring you updates from the team in the next few weeks.